tonight on BBC One. At 7 o'clock, Tomorrow's World includes a look at the dangers of driving.
Barry, I've commandeered a vehicle.
The old trick, eh? Eat the telly before I get a chance to nick you.
It's a toaster.
Talik,
You have been defeated. Surrender. You have failed.
Insufficient data.
Nazi ain't got no humanity. They're the foot soldiers of a Jew-hating, mass-murdering maniac, and they need to be destroyed. That's why any and every sumbitch we find wearing a Nazi uniform, they're gonna die.
is this world protected? But you're not the first lot to have come here. Oh, there have been so many. And what you've got to ask is, what happened to them? Hello. I'm the Doctor.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed. Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, depending where you are in this world. Man, I need to get a haircut. Look at that. Actually, next Friday, which I'm going to be going to see Superman, and really looking forward to it. I am really stoked for that. Next Friday is the last day I can have a haircut for 3 weeks, because we enter a Jewish mourning period then. So, got to get this hacked down a bit. It's getting a bit out of control. Don't know what to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, there's a bit of Doctor Who news. Look at that. Actually, I had quite a bit of Doctor Who news go over tonight. But, yeah, they dropped their releasing season 13 on Blu-ray. Did not expect it at all. Really thought it'll be season 21. Really thought about it. I was totally wrong. But there you go. And yeah, and there doesn't look like there's the money in it that it used to be, right? I thought the same with the season 7 box set, which I thought was very, there's a Yiddish word. A Yiddish is like the, you remember City Speak in Blade Runner? It was like, it was a mishmash of Hebrew, was it? Of German, Italian, Chinese, what have you, right? I can't remember. The same thing Yiddish. Yiddish is basically German and Hebrew, right? It's a bit schwach. I thought the season 7 box set was a bit schwach and was in fact saved by Cutting Monkey. Good for you, Cutting Monkey. Thank you very much. Man, that guy deserves just, a big salute. So we got that going on. There's a slow dawning realization that Doctor Who is over, right? And it really is bizarre. But like people are like, well, there's no forward momentum. It's just off, gone. Nothing's happening at all, right? Then people are like, wait, what? Where'd it go, right? And so people are getting the idea there's no plan to bring it back, right? There's no plan. So best case scenario, you're looking at 2 to 3 years. More likely, it could be never, right? It probably won't be never, but will it ever come back and be good? Who knows? There's I liked it up until 2017, right? That's what I think it, for most people, that's when I think it, fell off its the access and start understanding what it was. Yeah, sadly, right? Sadly, I know. I'd love to see it come back, right? But I think that there's a good chance it's going to take Doctor Who magazine and Big Finish with it, right? Like when Titanic went down, sucked a lot down with it. Look, Doctor Who magazine has its reasonably solid US sales at about, was it 2,000 or 4,000 copies a month, right? And they had that during like the lean years, right? So I think they can probably rely on that, and that will probably keep it insolvency. If they can keep their circulation up to 16,000 in the UK, and you get like a 4,000 bump from the US, I think they're okay, right? But I don't know, maybe they won't, right? Once you get under like 17,000 an issue, no, you're toast, right? You're toast. I don't know. I like to think that like the you'll find fans that will take it on and be much better. Like the people who do Vorp, the Cutaway Comics people. I would love them to take over Doctor Who magazine. I mean, that'd be awesome, right? That would be fan. That'd be double dozy. That'd be absolutely fantastic. One second, this is still downloading. Wait. I got too many things here to go over. Oh, I got that as well. Oh man, I got so much to look at. Okay, but I'm nothing in the real world, shall we say? Right? I mean, the real world stuff seems to be going, pretty. I mean, you got the Rachel Reeves thing. That was bizarroville. I mean, like, I would say poor woman, but like, actually, and we're going to talk about this because I think this represents a great many people in the world right now, right? Especially in Doctor Who fandom, right? So this, if you don't know, is the Treasury Secretary. What do you call it in England? The Chancellor of the Exchequer, Rachel Reeves, literally crying in Parliament yesterday. You can see the tears, right? She's literally crying. And Kelly Badenoch, the leader of the Tories, actually managed to get a few well squared hits in. But like, let's talk about what this face is. Like, okay, so essentially, if you're not from England, this government that won about a year ago, right? I think, it's like tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 1 year anniversary of this awful government coming to power. Now, why did they come to power? It's because we basically had a two-party system. You got the Tories or Labour. Now, Labour are awful, right? But Tories were just, I was going to say equally awful, but Tories were awful as well, right? Now, essentially, Britain has voted like America has. How many times? 1, 2, 3, like 3 or 4 times decisively to end mass migration, right? That's what the Brexit vote was about. That's why the Tories won the election right after that. And that's why the Tories won the 2019 election. And also Jeremy Corbyn being a raving socialist and an anti-Semite, who was the leader of the Labour Party. But the Tories were awful. They would just be uninterested. They couldn't care less about what people wanted. They actually did all this insane wokeness and this all the DEI stuff everywhere. The Tories were awful, right? So it came to the election. And this was that was a recent election last year, the 2024 election. Now, in 2019, Labour had lost by a huge landslide. Like it was one of their biggest losses. I think it was their biggest loss in like 94 years. It was something awful, right? It was a real catastrophic loss. But just 5 years later, they got less votes, and they had a historic victory. So they ended up sweeping the power just because people wouldn't vote for the Tories anymore, and they were too nervous to vote for Reform, which were the new kids on the block at the time. Reform now are the main, the main party. I think anything's better than what we have right now, but I said that with the last election, end up with Labour. I know. I have probably unfounded faith in Nigel Farage. He'll come out okay, right? I don't know why I have that faith. I have no reasons to have that faith, right? But I have that faith, Maybe because the alternative is too awful to bear. Anyway, I digress. So Labour got in, and they are the most moronic bunch of incompetent arseholes you could ever possibly imagine to meet. They are epically awful. They, they have all these like ridiculous, retarded policies that will absolutely bring complete and total failure to the world, right? And they don't, but they just believe in them because they're morons, right? This is why this face is very, very important right now, right? They just, like Rusty Davis, he believed having queer Doctor Who would be no problem. He thought it would be great. He thought everyone would be like, yes, it'll just make people more accepting of queer people. Yes, it didn't work out that way, did it? No, right? This new uptick in homophobia that Rusty Davis is talking about is caused by him, right? It's ridiculous. It really genuinely is ridiculous. But guys, why do you have to make your sexual proclivities like dependent on hanging out with my children and convincing my children that chicks can have dicks? Just leave my kids alone. Leave everybody's kids alone that aren't yours. Leave them alone, right? I don't care if you're the teacher. I don't care. Anyway, so this face we're seeing right now, Rachel Reeves, is the face of complete and total. I mean, literally breaking down and crying in Parliament, essentially because she's made this insane mess of the economy. Right? She is like, again, with insane, stupid woke policies, like, we're going to support the worker by taxing the rich. So all the rich left, and there's no job opportunities whatsoever. Right? It is just imploding. Right? And just nothing. It's like the opposite of Trump's America. Everything is a disaster. Right? Literally everything is like you can't really comprehend how many disasters are happening so quickly. But she is single-handedly, or not single-handedly, I guess single-handedly destroyed the economy. Again, because they have idiotic, stupid policies that were obviously going to completely fail. So this, again, the reason I'm talking about this is because this is the face of much of fandom right now, right? As they're finally coming to realize that, it's over, right? It's over. It's not, Doctor. You killed Doctor Who with your stupidity, right? It's 100% over. People weren't interested in queer Doctor Who, right? It was a massive, massive, massive mistake, and we kept telling you this was going to happen. And everything's fine. You're just doing it. No, yeah. And now, like, this is the face of fandom when they're having to contend with their absolute and complete failure. Right? It's just so much absolute and complete failure. It's really quite breathtaking, right? It really is. And then we got Big Finish. Literally, I know, we'll read it together. They put out a statement that is, as far as I can see, a begging letter, right? I mean, that's what it seems to be to me. They say, I mean, look, if they wanted to seem like they're on the look, this is the face of Big Finish. Big Finish, busy like alienating their customer base. Like, how long? My question was, how long could they stay possibly solvent doing what they're doing? I don't know, but it seems to me they're trying to show that they're close to insolvency, right? That's what it looks like. I know, and it makes sense to me because I don't understand how they could be solvent when they keep pushing out. Look, it's so rare. There's a good release from Big Finish, and Unmissable, forget it. Absolutely forget it. There is a weird that has been one for years and years and years and years and years. I think the last really good thing they released was Masterful. I know. We'll go through it, right? But anyway, so this happened, right? You know things about it, and so, I'm hoping Amazon don't want to feel this way, right? I hope Amazon, are like, this is the bongo we want. This is the bongo they'll get. I hope not. It's not her. It'll be Zadette or Florence Pugh. Like, why is Florence Pugh the it girl? Like, are you kidding me? Who has ever masturbated, had a masturbating fantasy for Florence fucking Pugh? Right? Nobody ever. Right? I mean, maybe it was kinky, I guess, weirdos. Right? But no, that's a masturbatory fantasy. Right there. That's what they're supposed to look like, right? Like, if you're jerking off and you're jerking off something that looks like that, that means you're normal, right? Right? If you're jerking off to this, I don't know. We got to get you a special test or something, guys. All right, look, we got to help you out. Millie, we need you to educate these young men on what is hot and what is not. What is hot? You know what is not? Them, right? And God bless them, show they're lovely women. They're not spankable, right? They're not spankable. You are pure spankability. Now, fortunately, right? Fortunately, it could be very embarrassing. Let's say you're in some kind of public place, right? And, my son's calling, but he's not in the army now. But I'll pick it up anyway. I'll see what he wants. Hey, what's up? Take a live stream. Hi. Oh, what? You want to go see Superman with us? Okay, fine. Is it you, Mikhail? I'll put you down. I'll get you tickets. Okay, fine. I'll buy. It's $2.50 on Friday. We'll take it. No. Not next Friday. I think. Well, that's the last time they're showing it. So let me know if it doesn't work. Right, I don't think I can get to change it. I'll ask them, but they're not very responsive. All right, very good. Can I go back to my live stream now? There's a lot of Doctor Who I've got to scream about. I've got a busy schedule, baby. All right, fine. I got to go. Love you. Bye. Oh, I'm so fucking happy he's outside of Arsenal now. Right, he's done with his army service. Oh, God, does that make life more relaxing? You know what I mean? Like, there was just this, like, he don't stand. Every time you see news of another soldier being killed, you're like, and there was like 8 of them got killed in this attack the other day. Oh, it's rough, baby. I'm saying. Anyway, let's say you're in a public situation. You have to come across a Millie Gibson, right? You have to come across like one of the most beautiful women ever to exist ever, right? Or Sydney Sweeney, right? And suddenly, your body does what a normal human male body does, and you stand to attention, right? Let's say it goes down. Don't worry, Rusty Davis and the Doctor Who crew have you in mind, because if you do get an unwanted erection, right, this will kill it in a second, like psst, just like the ratings, like anti-Viagra, right? Thank you, Rusty Davis. Oh, saving us from I don't even know, Doctor Who, maybe Doctor Who not being super shit. Oh God, like the culmination of it was he got a dress as he broke out of his evil reality. That does sound stupid, doesn't it, Millie? Yes, it does. It does. But are you hotter there or you hotter here? I don't know. I mean, like, I do like the very come hither look. That's that does work for me, baby. That does work for me. Anyway, I'm gonna get into the chat. I'm gonna do it early because there's a lot of stuff I want to cover. But yeah, Rachel Reed's crying. That is the face of fandom today, right? We fucked it. It's dead. Yes, you fucked it to death. Yes, that's what you did to Doctor Who. You fucked it to death. You absolute fuckwit morons, right? 100%. That's what you did. Well, too late. It's fucked to death now, right? I watched episode 2 of iHeart. Bad. Oh, I mean, it just celebrates criminality in such an intense way. It's so weird, right? Like everybody there is bad. Why can't somebody be good, right? It's like everybody there is bad. I know. There's no virtue going on, and they're like, well, we want to represent the black world. Well, dude, maybe you want to aspire for the black world to be a little less shitty than that. I don't know what to tell you, mate. I do not know what to tell you. Let me pull up the thumbnail out. I got there you go. Hard drive will make me wait. There we go. We go over here. Doink. And we go. What was that? Oh yeah, the 3rd. Oh yeah, 3rd of July. There you go. Thank you. It must be a Perry thumbnail. Nicola. I mean, okay, you keep like moving out and being Nicola every now and again, but like close enough. Is all I can say. Close enough, right? Yes, the nearly 4th of July festival. Nearly 4th of July festival. It's just me saying it's nearly 4th of July. That's it. There's no festival. What was the greatest American Doctor Who story? I'm going to tell you, and you're going to be surprised, right? You're not going to know it. But actually, there's one I suspect it might be, but I've never read it. It's one of the BBC books, Hartnell novels. Supposed to be very good. But I cannot remember what it was called. Hang on. Doctor Who, BBC books, past Doctors range. Here we go. Maybe if I can go images, I get all the covers. It's called Oblivion, maybe. Is this all of them? Hang on. Let me click on this. Because I'd recognize it if I see the cover. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, what is it? I can't even read it. Oh, it was right after. I think it might be Oblivion. I think it might be actually right after or before Infinity Doctors. Wait a second, 1 second. Books. Let's try Oblivion. Oblivion. I never read it, but they got great reviews when it came out. Oblivion. I can't be it there. Oh, books range. Let's see list. Because when I say it, I'm going to go, oh, right. Give me... Hang on the wrong thing. Okay, I'll go to TARDIS.fandom. Let's have a list of them. I have Heaven, Hollow Men, Mission Impractical. I didn't read that, but I like the title. It was a Frobisher Clifton 6th Doctor story, I believe, right? Salvation! That was the one written by Steve Lyons. What's the blurb for it? Because again, people loved this when it came out. New York, 1965, a time of conflict between ideologies, races, generations, and genders. When crime runs rife and an unpopular war drags on in a distant land, blimey, could be done better today. In the midst of this turmoil, people cry out to their gods. And now it seems they've answered the call. Walking the slums and the tenements of downtown Manhattan, demonstrating extraordinary powers, 5 strangers gathering a growing crowd of worshippers. Stephen wants to believe in miracles, but the Doctor is more skeptical. What is the stranger's real motives, and why does history not mention these events? Yes, I remember them being good, right? This being a good story. I mean, like again, I didn't read it. But I think I'm going to say that was probably the best American Doctor Who story, even though I didn't read it. I'll just read the cover. And that says Chrome tab. Doink. That one, right? That one. Man, there's no Doctor Who publishing like they used to be either. They just really destroyed everything. All right? It's just so much has been wiped out by this just insanity. Oh, yeah, gay Doctor Who. Yeah, I mean, queer Doctor Who. Oh, gay Doctor Who would have been better. He would have kept himself, maybe. Oh, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that be great? Oh, Nicola, again. Happy 4th of July. We're having 4th of July food for Sabbath. What are we having tomorrow night? I think not fried. Oh, yeah, having fried chicken. Right, fried chicken, coleslaw. Mashed potato, I guess, maybe. I know. And then for Sabbath daytime meal, we're having, I think, ribs. Yeah, something and ribs. I can't remember. I can't remember what it is. But yeah, all sounds good, baby. Love the 4th of July. You know, it's having a barbecue by the beach. It sounds good to me, right? There's nothing I can be against that. It's a shame England doesn't have an Independence Day, right? Oh, just it said R.I.P. Kenneth Colloy. Who's Kenneth Colloy? Who's Kenneth Colloy? I've got to look him up now, but because he's, you know, it's brown bread. That's the bad news for Kenneth Colloy. Anyway, who is he? Kenneth Colloy. He looks. Oh, it's a bloke from Star Wars. He just died. Yeah. He was Admiral Piet, wasn't he? Was he the one that was killed by Vader, or the one who was elevated by Vader? Yeah, he was one of the he was killed. Right. The other one began with an N. Admiral Nadav, or whatever his name was. The next one. Tell you, they did that a lot in Andor, right? They do that a lot in Star Wars in general, in that they kill a lot of their own people, the Empire, right? It just can't be that conducive to having a good working empire. I don't see that. Like, you keep killing your own people to punish them, right? I guess the Russians did the same thing. There was a circular firing squad for people, right? I don't know. Anyway, Kenneth Colloy. Oh well, never mind. Rachel Tease is going to still be in the job for a while longer, or maybe. I mean, that she was crying when what's her name, Kimmy Badenoch, who was not great, was saying, yeah, you won't even confirm if she's staying, which he couldn't, right? Oh, Kirsten was the worst. Kirsten was not going to be called crying because he's an Alton, right? And R.I.P. Peter Henry Schroeder. Who's this? Man, there's so much going on. Peter Henry Schroeder. Okay, who's that? Is actually appeared in he can be seen in Starship Enterprise. Well, who was he in Enterprise? He wasn't Flock. Oh, it was a Klingon. Oh, come on. He was a Klingon in one episode. Off. Or maybe a few. If you were Klingon in like even 5 episodes, oh, fuck, that doesn't make you a Star Trek actor. I mean, I guess it does, but I'm not going to recognize you. It's not like you're bloody Cisco. Anyway, I'm sorry you're dead. Sorry you're dead, mate. Tell you, they're dropping like flies around OT. What were we talking about? By the way, OT, you used to love Warhammer. I keep seeing the Warhammer thing where Henry Cavill is going to happen. I just think anything with Henry Cavill in is going to be good. I mean, I literally watched The Witcher just for him, and it was okay, right? It was okay. I've got to listen to the second part of Conan before tomorrow. I have enjoyed it. If you haven't listened to it, Dr. Alex as well, it's really good. James O. Jones, AI James O. Jones reading it. Fandom double dozy, right? Where are we up to? Darren Evans here doing that. Wait, I haven't even started. I'm on the first bit of what are we up to? Of the chat. That's what I was looking for. The first bit of the chat. I see they migrated XP gamification system to more channels here now. What's XP gamification? I don't know what any of that means. It might have to, if I turn the comments on. Do I get the fresh comments or no? It's only the new ones. Never mind. Where am I up to? So the Dan, is that a live show tonight with Dan, or is it a new presentation? New feature presentation. Doink. Someone's here. Yes. It was so stunning and brave of the icky man and infection that made him unable to make fun of me. Oh, icky. What are we talking about? What? For me to give this icky man an infection that made him unable to make fun of me. I don't know who we're talking about, but okay. Man, it's pretty hard not to make fun of Jodie. I mean, she is like just a walking piss take. So I still got a bit of swelling going on, but I hope it gets better, mate. Archie Collins here, Archie Collins. And so back to Archie Collins. I suspect Yiddish is probably the only Middle Eastern language with a Germanic root. Yes, probably. Who knows? Probably. Lottie is the fact that Candace Owens is grinding her gears over Jews because her father is Muslim. And I think it's somewhat different to that. I think there is a lot of very deep-rooted endemic racism in the black world, right? Again, look, how can Candace Owens and Danny John Jules, what could connect them other than they don't like Jews and they're both black, right? But there is I would say, a disproportionately high instance of anti-Semitism in the black world to the white, right? I mean, not count, especially if you don't count the progressive lovies, right? The wokies. Where was he? She ran into about. Listen, here's the thing. I haven't really listened to them in detail. Dave Smith is a very anti-Israel commentator, and from everything I heard, he sounds very reasonable to me. Okay. There's two reasons, as I can see, for people to be fucked off with Israel, right? Either they got a secret suspicion that Jews are evil, and they hear about Jews doing evil, thinking, look at those evil fucking Jews, right? Or they hear the plethora of people going, look at all these fucking evil fucking Jews, and they go, these Jews must be a bit evil then, right? I would say one is a deep-seated Jew hatred, and the other one is just being surrounded by deep-seated Jew hatred. So it's very hard to say who's anti-Semitic and who isn't, right? Jeremy Corbyn, I believe, is, right? I totally agree. Candace Owens, I don't know. Maybe she is, but I do think it's really deep down in her core, psyche, right? And I think that comes from the prejudices of the world that she grew up in. Plus, again, having to deal with Ben Shapiro, right? Which I can understand is trying for most people. So, listen, I would always like to try and give Candace Owens a pass. As if she would come back to the side of the light, right? Is she being authentic? I think maybe. I don't know. Seems like it to me. But I don't know, right? I really don't know. So what happened? He was sheltering Jews in Palestine after some period of time. This is his her father. Period of time, they took his property and made him a refugee to America. He made a mint, and gone just fine. But she blissed about that over in the past. Interesting, because the whole thing about Jews taking property, that's not really real. It doesn't happen, right? That didn't. What happened was in 1948 the combined Arab armies around Israel said we're going to wipe out Israel. Jews, they're all dead, and the Jews survived, right? But and nobody expected that. So the Arabs told a bunch of the Arabs living there just to vacate for the weekend while they can clean out all the Jews, and then they can go back. The Jews won, and they didn't return home, right? Because they just assumed when one Arab group beats another Arab group, they normally slaughter the people who supported the previous Arab group, So they just assumed we would do that. But and then I think the homes eventually became abandoned. They got bulldozed, and new property was built. Right, but the idea of Jews walking in and they just pick out what home they want and take it from a Palestinian, that is such bollocks, right? Such insane, absolute bollocks. It's so stupid. It's beyond, and people believe it with every fiber of their being, right? They just, but again, look. The heart is the captain of the ship. If you don't like Jews, you're going to believe whatever you hear about them, right? It's yeah, but what can I tell you? Overheard another Labour MP regarding an increase in welfare payments. I don't understand why it should mean tax increases. There are only a few £billion. Exactly. It's not their £billion, right? I'm a paradigm sister. No, she will be much more efficient than Rachel Reeves, right? Again, it's their belief in their insane worldview, right? It's not true, right? That you can't have, universal civil rights for everybody and open borders, right? You can't do that without destroying your country. And this whole thing on Facebook yesterday was somebody posted the Doctor Who group posted the speech from Wilf about them rounding people up, putting in the camp, saying, "Oh, just like that today with Donald Trump." So I respond and say, "I'm sorry. I think Keir Starmer's England's far more like Hitler's Germany than anything else." And a lot of people freaked out, but I got a lot of likes on the comments, right? Like people just think that, it's okay to break into a country. It's not, right? It's not. Anyway, what are we up to? Blast on the Bastards, how you doing? Yes, we met the ill to vote for Labour. Well, again, you do find Labour wins once in a generation, right? The only time they won when the people weren't sick of them is when they had Tony Blair pretend to be a Tory. Quite. I think that's probably when the Tories started to melt away and vanish as well, right? And turn into this proto uni party. Rachel accounts need to be held to account. Well, that is true, Archie Collin. She is an absolute failure, right? It's very hard to feel sorry for her with the amount of damage that she's caused through pure stupidity, right? Absolute pure stupidity. It was like when she was sacked from Data, and now she's gone off the road. That's true. Look, she does still very easy in the eye still, I have to say. But again, I just really would love to hope there's a pathway back for her. All right, because I think she's a genuinely brilliant person. I really do. Oh, come on my channel. Oh, Candace, I'll talk you down, darling. You too, Russell T. Davis. Come on, I'll talk you down, darling. I just saw a new interview I got to go over. Maybe we'll do that on Sunday. He's being interviewed by a large bloke in a dress. Again, Russell, whatever, mate. Just, you've got to be able to distinguish between normal and weird. Right? That's really important that you can distinguish between the two. Mark the Vicar is here, dude. Mark the Vicar. Rabbi shares his V. Oh, what's my V? I have no idea. Is that because in their face swaps? I thought it was it was somewhere else. It does look a bit like, what's her name? Ironheart. Man, that is a weird and ugly looking woman. Seen 2 episodes of that now. Superman, this is going to be good. I believe so, right? I believe so. Archie Collins says, I saw something about the idea shoulders killed by Hamas while trying to protect an aid convoy. That sounds likely. That they're saying it's there's this back door of an APC that was broken, right? And it was closed by a rope, and that's why a terrorist could throw in a bomb in there. Right, what a mess! Says Lowly. It says, "Oh, are you? Is it hurty? Is it hurty for you, Lowly Assassin?" I let me get this straight. I believe part of your name, not the other half. Right? I think the Lowly part probably true. Assassin, no. I don't know if the hairstyle really looks quite a bit older in the Mariner Star shots. Yeah, I mean, they made her look like a woman. Maybe it's that. I don't know. It might be a good idea. As a method, American Doctor Who story has to be Impossible Planet Day of the Moon. That's what I would say. Followed by The Reaping, the Big Finish story. Interesting take, The Reaping. The Sith killed their own all the time. But it's not just the Sith. It's the entire empire getting killed off all the time. The ruler to the master kills the apprentice. Good readers. Darth Bane, Path of Destruction. I've actually been rereading the Darth Vader comic strips, which I've really enjoyed. I think I'm going to get. There's a third series that came out in 2020. I think I might start collecting those trades as well because I've really enjoyed it thus far. It's all about the last part of this is Castle Fortress Vader, where he builds his giant fortress on Mustafa, right? I have every faith that she will be here for a long time ago. Got in 10 seconds. It's Keir Starmer. It doesn't matter what he says. Have you heard that Iran has, Paul says, have you heard that Iran has deported over 30,000 since the ceasefire on suspicion of collaborating with Zionist regime? And they're the lucky ones. They are the lucky ones, right? They are the lucky ones. So everybody execute. Yeah, listen, it's a good chance for them to save clear house and get rid of a bunch of people, right? That's how they work, baby. The Shadow Nose is here. How you doing, Shadow Nose? With I would say, a very nice dynamite avatar of by Alex Ross. I do still. Honestly, my favorite Shadow run. Hey, what was it? I love the Howard Shakin original miniseries from the 80s. I thought that was great. And I like the Andy Helfer follow-up to that. I thought that was also very good. And then Howard Shakin came back and did a bunch for Dynamite as well, which was like a weird bookend to his DC run. It was clearly the same character. And they're the only ones that leaked to mind, but there is another one I heard that was quite good. Anyway, the Shadow knows. The Shadow indeed does know. I was lecturing this weekend, and I actually said "Fandom double dozy" before I caught myself. Well, you know, it's a good thing to say. So the back end says Archer Godin. Chats now get XP5, presumably encouraging more interaction. What is an XP5? Or XPS? But what does that mean? What is XPS? XPS or X-ray protection is a certain... Really? I don't think that could be it. That doesn't sound right. XPS chat? Let me try again. What's it? XPS chat. XPS is a messaging feature within the XPS network platform used by sports organizers for communication between coaches, blah, blah, blah. XPS is a platform. So is it now connected to YouTube or something? I don't know. Oh, no more new technology. My head hurts. Right? My head hurts. Rabbi, it's a reference to me not making the usual Jody intro on Tuesday. Oh, there we go, because I was in no shape to it. Well, I'm glad you're in better shape today. Tell us about the combatants of Jews. You wouldn't know that. You wouldn't say that if you knew what the Israeli army was like, right? It's not like that in real life at all. It's an open proof of God's existence. Eastern book holder, how you doing? But Eastern sent me this really cool thing. I haven't listened to it, but it was what's the name? The clean up your room guy. Clean up your damn room. What's his name? Jordan Peterson reading the original Snow White. Right? I was like, well, I've got to listen to that. Sounds crazy. Right? Did you drill of that? Easy? Yes. Doesn't take much, darling. Doesn't take much. So many pronouns. How can they be coming or going? He just knows, baby. He just knows. That's the way it rolls. That's the way it goes, baby. Pick reminds me that I noticed that AI in general often seems to have problems when it comes to sleeves and bare shoulders. That's it. I mean, listen, it all changed with VO3. VO3 is seamless, right? Has Doomsday been reviewed? Doomsday, you mean like the Suze Kempler disaster? Yeah. I mean, not much, but yeah. Those 30,000 were Afghan refugees. Well, okay then. Again, I would steer clear of them if I was you. If you bring up your stream in YouTube, you'll see SP. Okay, let's bring up in YouTube. See what they got to say for themselves. Doink. I have top fans. I like that. Top chat. What's the XP? I don't know. Does the XP for me? I don't know. It's over here. No, what's this? No, I can top chat to live chat. I'll change it to live chat. See what that says. I don't see it. Anyway, so maybe go back to the top. No XP. Yeah, no, not seeing anything. I'm still confused. Anything saying XP? No, I don't see it. But I mean, it doesn't mean it's not there. No, you go to YouTube as if you're watching it. I'm watching my channel right now. Yeah, I'll show you. Hang on. Nicola, step aside for a second, darling. Oh, no, don't let me go. You can come back, don't worry. We like you, Nicola. Share screen, Chrome tab. Here. So, there you go. So, I don't see it anywhere. Oh, this is just too weird. Okay, this is in my head. Where should I be looking? No, 75 XP to order price. No, I accept PayPal. Well, I bet you do, darling. So look at that. Oh my God, it's freaking out. I don't think I can do this much more. All right, it's totally freaking out. Okay, no more. Fine, go. Oh God, that did my head in. That totally did my head in. I don't know where it is. Anyway, to my head in. Let's start over here. We've got a few things to start with. Okay, let's start with this first, which I find truly weird. Right? And really genuinely truly weird. Truly weird for a company that's been very weird of late. Used to be very good, right? Used to be very good. But now truly weird. Big Finish, right? Big Finish put this out yesterday. A love letter to our listeners. It wasn't. It was a begging letter to your listeners, and it was embarrassing for you. Okay. Oh, that's going to take forever to open up. Really? If you're going to send a love letter to your listeners, maybe it can be a website. Like, he used it. Ever since they upgraded the website and had to roll it back, you had that entire debacle. Man, the money they must have wasted on that. Right? Crazy. If I go over here, maybe it'll open up. I want to talk about that later. No, here we go. There we go. Why supporting Big Finish directly matters. Now, I want to point out, I used to buy literally everything they put out. Like, literally everything they put out. Here, let me go. What's new? Now, this has changed, in the last 10 years when their output has got to be crap, I'm afraid. Yeah. So this is June in 2020. Scarifies they didn't get, right? I bought that. You see, look, I bought that. Dark Shadows, it was a range I wasn't into. Countermeasures. Yeah. Look, I was one of your most loyal customers. I'll buy literally bloody Blake 7. Lost Stories, Missing Stories. Even Iris Wildthing. I did like Iris Wildthing, right? And generally speaking, I will go back and listen to most of these things again. They're all pretty good, like especially the Gods and Monsters one. Right? These are all good, but I start with Bernie Sandfield. Even when that reiteration of it was not great, let's be honest. But like again, I am a very loyal customer. Unit Dominion, that was actually a weird and good release. $47 for that. You're having a laugh. Love and War, Voice of Venus, that was good. Look, I bought everything. Right, and I don't anymore. Right, I don't anymore because you made it clear you don't want my custom. You don't want the customer somebody who thinks that like there's masculinity and femininity. You think that men and women are two different things, right? And your insanity about this has destroyed everything. I mean, I can't remember the last time we had a authority figure who was male and not a lesbian, right? They're always lesbian starship captains, always. So how are you begging us? As a passionate storyteller, you don't seem that way to me anymore, Big Finish. You're passionate about screaming what you believe in the world, right? But you're not very passionate about storytelling, right? It seems to be passionate about using your platform to influence. We're proud of the wide output of audio drama productions and ask our listeners to purchase from us directly. Well, again, I agree with you. You've discovered the Doctor Who audio adventures, Christopher Eccleston's triumphant return, Night Doctor, to Jodie Whittaker's new 13th Doctor. That's why we're saying fuckity bye-bye. Like you can't compartmentalize this that much, right? And you keep trying to bring the Jodie era into the rest of your Big Finish verse. We're not fucking interested. All right, but like why you brought Dr. Ruth into Once and Future was just dumb. And it was just dumb because how big is your audience anyway? Doctor Who fans, right? And how many Doctor Who fans can't stand anything post-Capaldi? I don't know what the stats are. It could be 60%, right? It could be 70%. It could be 20%. It could be you can't whatever it is. It's a slither you can't afford to lose from a niche merchandise product like this, right? And you've lost it, right? You've totally lost it. I mean, if I may demonstrate, I find these things just go on too long. These books and tape. Jodie, fuck off. No, Jodie, fuck off. Yeah, why? And why fuck off? Because everything's queer with the Jodie era. And like constantly, and I haven't listened to it, so I'm prejudging, right? Tortured, also queer. So Smith and Sullivan, I ain't giving you a punt, right? Dark Gallifrey had to have gender swapping come into it, right? I'm not interested, and I would have bought, River Song, no. V, no. I mean, the Ninth Doctor you got me on. Sky, no. Hour of Time Complete, so I bought them when they first came out. They're not really worth it. The first one was okay with Tom Baker. Like, how much can you make product that no one's interested in and still have a working a product no one's interested in while you actively try and tell your customer base how much you hate them if they don't share your bonkers religion, right? How long can that go on for? I don't know. But piracy harms us. The sheer volume of content can feel overwhelmingly expensive. We understand the temptation to download pirated copies, but piracy harms us. Here's why choosing to support us direct. And I don't anymore. I want to be absolutely clear. Mostly now, I mean, unless it's something I'm really sure I want, I will illegally download a Big Finish audio, and if I like it, I'll pay for it. Right? If it's not woke, I'll pay. If I like it, I'll pay for it. And normally I don't. Right? Normally I like Hook Like. Great example. I got past the first episode. I was unengaged. Right? I tried to get to the second. I couldn't even get through 10 minutes. I wasn't engaged. Right? And that's the thing. You just Big Finish. I don't know. You've just lost your mojo. Big time. Like big time. And it happened. The more you brought the Jodie Adventures into it, it just did. It's just that's how, I mean, it's gone. Piracy harms us. I choose the products directly. It's an investment in the stories that you love. I don't trust you to invest in you anymore. I mean, that's really the bottom line. Every purchase fuels further Avengers. Oh, really? Again, you seem really, really fine with with making every fucking starship captain a lesbian. Right, and I'm not exaggerating. Literally every starship captain in Big Finish for like 10 years has been a lesbian. Right? Fucking enough. We're done with it. I mean, like, you destroy the McGann rage with your chicks with fucking dicks. Oh, for fuck's sake. And you know why you got to scream that women with penises are really women so loudly, and you can't let anybody say no, women with penises aren't penises? You know why? Because you know women with penises are fucking men. Oh, as we all do. That's why you can't bear to hear it. Right. If you want to tell me I'm a space monkey, I'm not going to be that upset by it, because I'm not. Well, I could be, I guess. A purple space monkey, right? I'm not that upset because I'm not a purple space monkey, and I'm secure enough myself to go, yeah, I don't care they're saying I'm a purple space monkey. I'm not purple. But if I say to you, yeah, I don't think women have penises, people who think women have penises start to scream because they know women don't have penises. Right? And that's just the fucking truth. And that's why you've had to insert it into every fucking thing you've touched. Oh, all the TV destroyed. Right? Well, the TV, this is a falling in joke. Yes, Because you just do shit relentlessly. Queer shit. Oh, queer shit or chicks, right? Put a chick in it, make it gay. Oh, I mean, do you remember, what was it, Indiana Jones, when Phoebe Waller-Bridge was supposed to be the replacement? And, you know, I wish these companies would come clean and show us what they really plan to do. I wish, you know, was it Die Another Day? Was that the last Craig Bond? Right? I wish they would put out a cut on Amazon where they did what they wanted to do, and they had Bond, Bond die and Loretta Lynch have a gun barrel sequence at the end, right? Right? I wish they did the Indiana Jones that they shot, where Indiana Jones dies in the past and Phoebe Waller-Bridge fills in his place in history. And like the name of a character, Helena Shaw, right? It had the same syllable cadence as Indiana Jones, right? Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Helena Shaw and the Temple of Doom, right? It's got that same like it feels like it's in the same family, right? And this weird urge to like replace any normative masculine role with a chick. It hasn't really worked out for the best now, has it, for you, right? That's why Rachel Reeves has tears rolling down her fucking face, right? Because she was as dumb as all of you. Oh. Anyway. When you buy a big finish audio drama, you're not just getting a story, you're funding the next one. I'm not sure I want to. I really don't. I care the thing. You fucked me over so many times. I'm not sure I want to fund it, right? Our average production timeline is 18 months from script development to release. That's 18 months of writers crafting intricate plots. Yeah, they're normally about lesbians in space, right? Directors and producers coordinating recording sessions, and sound designers creating those spine-tingling effects and soundscapes. They're normally pretty good. Piracy breaks the creative cycle, makes it harder for us to commission new stories. I mean, I'm really tempted to show you where you can download everything for like. I mean, you got to pay a subscription of $10 a month to news groups, right? Go to a thing called Easy News. But I'm really tempted to show you. You can get literally anything there. Making it harder for us to commission news stories featuring your favorite Doctor and Commander. I can. You know, I have a massive library of very good Doctor Who content that I bought from you over time. I have no need for you to make anything new again. In fact, I quite like it because I haven't been able to bring myself to listen to your new stuff yet. Right? Again, Stephen Noonan one he did, not the last one before, was probably one of the few good ones. You get like one or two good releases a year. You used to get like one or two good releases a month. More. Every purpose directly supports the actors and brings these characters to life. When Tom Baker steps into the recording booth as the fourth Doctor, Billy Piper as Rose Tyler, they're not just reprising beloved roles, they're earning a living. Yeah, I understand that. Our productions employ dozens of people, writers, directors, sound editing musicians, and of course the actors. But out of curiosity, how many of those people and all the people you employ, how many of them supported Brexit? Right? What percentage support Trump? Right? Is it zero? Yeah, that's why you're fucking begging people not to pirate you anymore. Right? How about having a bit of fucking diversity? No, none of that. No, because in your idiot mind, if you don't share your failed politics, then you're a bigot. Then you're evil. Right? This is what has brought you there. Right? We used to have incredible loyalty to you, Big Finish. I wouldn't dream of pirating something. Right? I was when you did Big Finish originals, I gave it all a punt. Some things were, most things really weren't worth the time or the money. Right? But, you know, because you had served us so well, I gave you a punt. Right? 10 years of shit. Right? What do you expect? Right? Again, you flooded the market with content, much higher quality than it is now. Piracy undermines their livelihoods and makes it challenging to attract top talent and future releases. Again, I think it's just people. It's not piracy that's your problem. It's that people aren't interested in you. For example, I've been waiting for there to be a pirated version of the 28 Days Later movie, right? And it hasn't come out, which means no one gives a shit, right? It's hard to find pirated content. I found of Big Finish audios, and it's because it's not that popular. All right, it's not that popular because it's not that good anymore. Audio dramas are just recorded and released. Each project undergoes a meticulous sound design, professional mixing, and quality control. Okay, now you're just begging, and creates those cinematic experiences you love. Well, again, loved, right? That's your problem. You spent years and years telling me to fuck off. So we did. It's not pirating, right? It's not pirating. It's just people just don't give a shit anymore. Astor has come with exclusive artwork, behind-the-scenes bonus content, and liner notes you can't get, which you simply can't get from pirated copies. Yeah, I don't care, right? Genuinely, I don't care. I'm sick of paying you money and have you lecturing me about your insane politics, right? I don't care, and I know the trouble you go to, right? It's just you again. And you spent, it started in 2015, 2016, 2017, you started just recruiting based on identity, and that's when the quality nosedived. And it never really, it got better, but never really recovered, right? You don't really get things like, must listen, right? Here, let's have a look. I bet it's going to be a long time. Let's go see the last time I saw something that says, yeah, absolutely must listen. Hang on. July, June. No. Actually, I can't say because this is free. I haven't even listened to it. I haven't bothered to download it. Probably the best thing that came out that month, right? I bought this. I haven't listened to it yet, right? Yeah, no, I pirated this, but I didn't bother listening to it, right? I'm not interested. I'm like, you can't interest me in it. I'm trying. This is from years ago. It was very good. Planet Cranoid. I would have given you a punt years ago. Not anymore. I pirated it. Got through 1.5 episodes. Got bored to death. Again, I would have given this a punt years ago. Not anymore. £30. $31, I say. Fuck off. It's because you got this bullshit. OCAS, in your catalog. Right? That this fits comfortably in with your bullshit. Maybe again. You imply all these people did any of them vote Brexit? I bought this, haven't listened to it yet. I keep trying. This I listened to the first episode, got bored, said no. That's Tom Baker. No interest in this whatsoever. I could have pirated. Couldn't be bothered. River Song, no. This was okay, and I bought it, but just okay. All right, Balance again, not really interested. And the price of these things, they're crazy. This was good. I will give this a 6, 7 out of 10. Maybe 7 out of 10. But it wasn't like, you've got to hear this. And also, like, the other season 7 stuff they've done has been better. Right? Nothing I'm interested in. Jodie, this was a real disappointment. Yeah, I paid for this because I want to support Stephen Noonan and what he does. I want it because I really like the work he does. And it just didn't deliver at all. Right? At all. Zygon Century, I think I pirated this and I ended up not buying it because, it just went woke. This is the one where the 8th Doctor has his gay lover, gay rom-com. How is it not working? Again, God, what's the name? What's the name of the character they got now? Audacity. I mean, Audacity is a stupid name for a agonizing character, right? This lady in the 19th century who is black and just the bestest ever. This looked like it'd be great, mediocre. Yeah, no. I pirated this, didn't bother listening to it. It's like, mate. Stuff of Legend sounded fun if you were there. No. Nothing. I must listen. It's pissed me off. putting Jodie in that. I mean, not Jodie era in that. Sirens of Time. No, I bought it first time around. Not interested. Gallifrey, not really interested. Oh, the Quintessence. I'll give that an 7.5 out of 10. Good Cyberman story, but not a must listen. Oh man, I think we got to go back a long way. I don't think I even go back long enough to find one. No, I'm about to give up. We're back to it. We're a year ago. Yeah, no. Oh, this was good. I like this one. But again, skippable. They're all skippable. They all are, sadly. This was the weakest of the post-war games. Second Doctor range. Goth Opera was good, but again, it's been a long. I can't even think of something. Yeah, this is must listen to Doctor Who. Yeah, when it was Lucy Miller, that's when you had to listen to it, right? Dark Gallifrey screwed us over with that. Anyway, fine. Don't pirate it. Big Finish ordered on. I just recorded their release. Fine. And you get them free on their audiobook iPlayer app. iPlayer app's designed to optimal listening experience. Well, it's not really optimal because you've got to download anything before you listen to it because they're not allowed to stream, right? So okay. And again, stealing is bad, but again, I can't trust you anymore. But really, exclusive content and community. I don't want to be anywhere near your fucked up community. Nasty little bully cunts, right? Your community. Exclusive content. When you purchase directly from us, you will join a community of listeners who receive exclusive newsletter content. It's not exclusive. Anyone can sign up for the newsletter. Early bird pre-order discounts. Okay, you let us buy things. Okay, thank you. And access to special releases. Our listeners get exclusive content that's never available elsewhere. Piracy cuts you off from this vibrant community. We don't care, right? You don't care. Money well spent. Because we sell our productions directly on our website, we ship them from our own warehouse. We don't have to share income with a larger retailer. This means that the money you spend goes directly into... I understand. This is literally a begging letter at this point, right? Again, it's not piracy that's fucking you in the ass. It's people like me saying, I'm not going to trust you for $30, right? Because you're just going to, you're not going to deliver what you're promising. Because you've got a long history of that, Big Finish now. And I was one of your biggest flag wavers, right? And that I'm not on board is not good for you. Because money well spent, because we ship from else, we don't share income with a larger retailer. This means the money you spend goes directly into funding future productions and paying royalties to creators. We're sure you agree this is a worthwhile investment. No, that's the problem. It hasn't been a worthwhile investment for a long time. It's occasionally a fair investment. It's been a long time. A small investment in big stories, from single stories under $10. It's my wife, or it's called something in America. Who cares? Single stories under $10 to box sets that containing multiple adventures at higher prices. Each purchase represents incredible value, as in professional production quality. Again, this is a begging letter. Directly to the point of creating the team. Compare this to the cinema ticket night out. You see Big Finish offers. Except, no, it really doesn't. I'm sorry. I look, really? Dark Gallifrey Part 2, $13.64. No. This should be $3.99. Right? And that cover is an embarrassment. $30 talk to what? $9.99. All right? No wonder nobody's buying them at these prices. Again. What's it? Who was it? Who was even this in this one? All right, this is the Nicola Walter Hattie McGann. Well, look, I'm sorry. You made Nicola Walker's character a lesbian who dated a woman with a penis, right? It kind of killed it for everyone, for me, forever. right? Once you turn it into propaganda, I'm done. Yeah, Missy, that $34. Are you fucking kidding me? No, Night Stalkers is like $40. This is not good value for money. Not at all. I mean, like, you could buy a DVD box set for 2 of these box sets, right? So this one I quite like, by the way, Sultanas versus Rutans. That show promise, right? The Big Finish was on a bit of an upswing though at this point, but they kind of like went down again as well. So with the Steve Devils, no. But yeah, I did enjoy the Sultanas versus Rutans. Legitimate ways to listen for Big Finish for free. Yeah, BBC Sound, Spotify. Yeah, the future depends on you. Really? Because you just spent, again, literally years telling me to fuck off. Calling me a backward-looking Nazi, right? Because I don't think chicks have fucking dicks, right? I think men and women are fundamentally different, right? And I'm not saying one is superior to the other. That's moronic, right? But, like, again, this, like, need to, like, oh, women are the best as ever! Oh, so women are so great! Yeah, no. Again, it's basically saying you don't think women could do shit, right? Byron Jesselson doesn't hurt us financially. It threatens the very existence of stories that bring us all together. Well, again, your stories have not brought us together. Your stories, more often than not, about lecturing me about your bonkers religion that I have no interest in whatsoever, right? So yeah, and again, and look. I think probably Ross and Chris Raw. I do agree with you. Meta Surreal. I do. Yes, I do agree with those. Who's doing Charlie's Angels? They're doing a Charlie's. Who's that? Who are we talking about? I don't know. That might be one of the things I'm looking. I don't know. But look. It's the embracement of the Jodie era. The Jodie era fan was a mistake, right? I'm sorry. The embracement of like post 2017 production, what's that called again? Production ethics, which was essentially telling anybody who doesn't think that chicks have dicks to fuck off, fuck you, Nazi, right? Hasn't been a good idea, and this just to me looks like a begging letter. It looks like to me Big Finish is about to go under, right? I don't know if they are or they're not. I have no inside knowledge whatsoever, right? I would much rather they don't go under. They're doing Charlie's Angels. That's weird. They keep doing weird things. Like, I'll go on their new thing. And I see the Jodie stuff, all right? By the way, is this AI? I think it could be. I don't know. Oh, don't tell the weirdos. They'll go crazy. They will go crazy. But yeah, again, and the way they have their content arranged, it's ridiculous, right? It's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know. I was just about to listen to the Jodie Whittaker trailer. Beforehand, I may need to fortify myself. I may need a real man. Now, how do you find a real man? You go down Birmingham, right? You go down Birmingham way, and you try and sell Israel bonds. If you survive, right? If you survive and you don't get killed, then you're a real man. We have one of those real men today with us. He is of royal blood. He's of course Birmingham's King of the Geeks. How you doing, Dan Hadley?
You know, I can't recommend that you go down the back streets of Birmingham and declare that you're looking for a real man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That will probably be a bit mistake as well. Right. And if you do it in Manchester, you might get lucky.
The area that they call the custard factory, it's not that. No.
Okay, I don't want to know. I just saw. I'm going to cover it. I think next week. Russell Davis has put out his first interview since.
Yes. Yeah.
It's with the bloke in it. It's with the drag queen. I'm like, really? And I love he's just sitting there going, "There's nothing weird about this whatsoever." I mean, like, okay, Russell. Okay. Anyway, I was just talking about that weird press release Big Finish put out yesterday, saying,
"Yeah,
please buy our stuff." Now, again, I don't know what the financial health of that company is. I have no idea. I've questioned it for a long time because I think they do product that doesn't appeal to their audience. Right? I think it appeals to a very small part of the right. Look, you have a niche audience anyway, Doctor Who fans, which is a shrinking niche audience now, and they very much embrace a part of Doctor Who that I don't know what percentage of the fandom are not interested. 40%, 60%, 20%, whatever it is. It's a massive slice of their potential audience that they've aggressively told to fuck off. Right, over the years, right, and just like Doctor Who TV show did.
Yeah, like I said, I don't necessarily think the Big Finish have done that, but I think
they have their content. When was the last time there was a space captain that wasn't a lesbian? Well, that's not even a joke. Yeah. It really isn't a joke. They're always lesbians. It's been done for like 10 years now. Like, enough already. We get and it's. Yeah, you know what it is here? Let me pick up the picture of Rachel Reeves, which I thought was...
It's this needless adherence to a kind of... in a creative sort of cul-de-sac we all find ourselves in. Again, largely driven by silly wokeism and identity politics. And it seemed that they were resisting it for a long, long time and that there was no pressure being put on them, being in there, as you say, being a minority of a minority, catering to a very specific demographic, but after a time, it does seem to have bitten them. And I
have no idea. But again, I said this picture of Rachel Reeves, very famous, literally crying in Prime Minister's Question Time. Did you see this? I mean, like, on one hand, you feel bad for her, on the other hand, you said, but it's Rachel Reeves, right? What are you talking about? You can't feel bad for her.
I don't feel bad for her at all. I mean, I've no doubt that she feels exposed. Right. I've no doubt that she's upset and has had more sleepless nights than not for quite a long period of time now. That being said, nobody forced her. Nobody forced her to this position. Exactly.
By pure stupidity.
If this was a bloke, people wouldn't give a shit. So that's the cold hard truth of the matter. So no, I don't like seeing anybody crying. Of course I don't. But she's done this to herself. She's fucked us, so fuck you, Rachel Reeves.
I can't disagree. And this is what I feel is the face of fandom right now, when they're finally realizing that their bullshit has had consequences. It's like finally...
No, you're right. You've described it so perfectly in the past when reality sort of really bites against the fantasy world that people have created for themselves, or the aura that they've created around themselves, such as in the case of Rachel Reeves. She's been exposed in the most public of ways. She didn't cover her own tracks as well as she thought she had. And people are calling her out, not just on bullshit on social media, but people are calling her out on just bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. I mean,
that's the thing. I bet the entire Labour has been just like that. Anyway, my point is this: Big Finish has very much lost its mojo. I was about to listen to 2 trailers, right? To see, I was going to listen to the Jodie trailer because I haven't heard it as yet.
You haven't heard it,
and I was like,
I've heard it.
I genuinely wish them the best. And look, if you're somebody who likes the Jodie era, I don't understand, but I've no like Luke likes the Jodie era. God bless him. I know.
Luke hated the Jodie Whittaker when it was first on, but I think he is sort of Luke on Type 40.
Yeah.
Now he didn't like it when it was first airing. He felt very much the same way that we did, but he's found it. He's feeling differently about it on this rewatch, and nobody is more surprised than Luke. I was.
Okay, there you go. I mean, good for him again, but I just don't understand if you like Doctor Who, how you like the Jodie era. But this is one I find much more mysterious, right? Because I am just so left cold by this. And 10 years ago, I would have run to buy this release, right? Just getting a Wizzy Will home downloads, go there. Hang on. If I was smart, I would have had this queued up already. But yeah, not all of us are smooth. What was it you though? Yeah, well, last week you said there were Reddit things about you, but you're having a very soothing voice.
Yeah, well, to be honest, somebody told me about that, but I assumed it was bullshit.
No, I think you have a soothing voice. Okay, where is this? Austin Powers. I'm just going through all the clips I got here. 13th Doctor. Really? Where is it? You know what? I'll just download it again, right? I'll download it again. And then I haven't even looked at what's the name? The trailer for season 13, which I was totally wrong about. I really thought it was going to be season 21, looking at that color palette that what's the name put out. Who was it? Lee, who does the colors?
Lee Binding.
Yeah, I thought it was season 21. Did you know before? You always know everything before it happens, right? This one you didn't know about? Okay.
No. Ian Levine said he'd tell me, but I asked him not to. Not only because I don't want to get him into trouble, but I didn't really care.
I mean, look, I'm buying it anyway. But season 13, here we go. Fine. This is the one I can't work out why I finally found it. Why I'm like got zero.
Hello?
From Big Finish Productions, the worlds of Doctor Who, Smith and Sullivan, reunited.
Come on, K9. We're needed on a story.
Affirmative, mistress.
I really hated her when she first started doing Sarah Jane. I thought she was awful. She's much better now. She's still a little bit too posh, but it's a performance I like it. In the same way, I kind of eased into Dashing Ashbrook playing what's the name? Not Joe Grant. Not Liz. Liz Shaw, right? I eased into her, but like I don't know. Maybe it's the 80s setting that it's just like it's leaving me cold. Like fake. It feels kind of like that bit in Back to the Future 2 where they go into an 80s themed cafe and it's terrible, right? What about you? Does this interest you at all?
No.
Okay. Would it have interested you in the past?
I don't know what they're thinking. Chris Naylor and Sadie Miller both play these parts really well. I like that K9's in there. There's just something about this. Maybe I'll hear the trailer and feel differently. It just seems wrong somehow. I can't work out why.
Don't mind me, just checking the fire doors.
If it isn't Sarah Jane Smith.
Harry! We're dealing with a creature that functions within telephone wires.
It's incredible, isn't it?
She doesn't know anything.
But she will.
Maybe it's because we both know this show would never, ever have happened. I had that problem with... did a box set about 5 years ago with the Tracer twins. The Tracer twins were a replacement for Keita Time when they did the Peter and Keita Time series. But it was like right. So they did like a box set with them, and it didn't work because I couldn't imagine it being on TV in that time period. Same with this. I just can't imagine this being commissioned.
Will not let go. Something must be done.
Hello?
I'm sorry, the connection is dead. Just like you. Harold Sullivan is dead.
Ah, you're alive. Wonderful. And you're back too. Looking worse for wear. You've got the metal dog out.
And why isn't that Bandland in freaking everything all the time? Like she's omnipotent. She's everywhere.
Well,
yeah, she's a great choice to play Aunt Lavinia, but unfortunately, I mean, she has seemed to been, like you say, been in everything. She is Big Finish. She is Big Finish's equivalent of Olivia Colman now.
No, she's Big Finish's equivalent of Pedro Pascal.
The whole Aladdin's lock-up.
You know what the problem is? It doesn't sound very good. Bottom line, that again, like if it's not woke, it's normally shit. That's
There was a word we used to use a lot in the 80s. You'll remember it, a 4-letter word that fell out of favour. But I think it sums this up really, really well. And that word is naff.
Yes,
this sounds naff.
Yes, this seems super naff. That thank you. Oh, I was struggling.
Anti-grav you.
What we really want, mate, them trying to make this into a kind of ashes to ashes kind of thing with Sarah and Harry isn't going to work. They've got this is when people try to reinvent the wheel or something, or a K9 and Company series on audio set, maybe slightly after the original K9 and Company pilot with Sarah. With a slightly older Brendan, Aunt Lavinia and K9 would probably work if they got the right writers attached to it. They're taking these characters and putting them into something which just doesn't seem like it just seems like too much of a reach. So everything's being bent out of shape, and it feels like a parody. It feels like a parody or fan fiction or something. Big Finish would never have done this even 10 years ago. Never mind 25.
Well, again, I just get a feeling that they're desperate now. I mean, it's that thing they put out just made it seem like they're about to go under. That wasn't a good sign, right?
Yeah, I think that'll historically become known as the love letter, the Big Finish love letter, because it's clearly there's 2 or 3 things going on at once in that, and there's things in there that I've got a major problem with, and I think are bullshit. I don't argue. I categorically don't agree with piracy of their output. Of course, I don't.
No, of course not. I agree with you.
But the sentiment, some of the sentiments in there, I think are disingenuous.
I mean, look, I was explaining before you came on. The problem is I can't trust them anymore, right? So more often than not, if I'm not sure about a release, which I'm mostly not sure of, I'll pirate it and I'll listen to it, and if I like it, I'll buy it. If I don't, I won't. But if I like it, I normally don't get past this first episode. Like I tried that Hook-like one, and I couldn't work out. That was just naff. Okay, I guess that's the thing. Couldn't work out what I didn't like about it. What I just wasn't interested. Didn't engage me at all. So like, if it was good, I would have bought it, right? But it just wasn't. And things that I have bought, yeah.
Somebody asked me about it earlier today. I had a phone call earlier on today, and this person asked me about that, and I said that again. I appreciate the sentiment of what they're doing and why they're doing it. I think it's been done with the best of intentions to protect their business model, to preserve their place in the market, and to tap in to that sense of community around the brand, of fondness for Big Finish, and the loyalty of a lot of us feel out there, and gratitude
I used towards to have them.
But I think the problem is, and the reason why it doesn't ring quite true, is that Big Finish bears all the hallmarks of a premium brand. They talk to their in that love letter. They speak to us, their customers and potential customers, like a premium brand. The pricing absolutely is reflective of being a premium brand, and certain incentives that they have are quite exclusive, and it does kind of go part way to framing them as a premium brand, and that's all fine until you go through to their website and you play trailers like this, or you read through press releases and they say, "Oh, this is brilliant. We've got this actor is coming back to this role after all this time, for this long-awaited," and they give you all of the pomp, and this is something you need to get on board with. They instill a sense of FOMO very, very well at Big Finish, and they pitch most of their concepts really quite well. And then you work your way down these press releases, and you think, God, okay, Chris Eccleston, Billy Piper, they're back, they're doing, I'm on board. And then it says, and in the first episode, written by, and you read the name, and you think, hang on a minute, they wrote that really shit Paul McGann story that made me bail on that line, or that's the same person who did, and you think, no, and that's when it loses shape, because everything screams premium brand about Big Finish until you read some of the credentials of the people involved.
That's the content.
Yeah. The content is not reflective of a premium brand. There are several lines that are very consistent and really, really good, with great people doing great work on them. Several, but there are quite a lot that aren't, and people expecting people to take a punt simply because it's a premium brand. It's outdated. Yeah,
because people love Doctor Who and they don't want to miss any part of it. But that again, the other problem is they flooded the market with very, very good content, which I got a huge library of now that I can listen to anytime. I would never go to listen to this. Hey, let's finish listening to the trailer.
Of space armor, K9, scan and identify.
Mistress.
You're from the future. We dabble. Who are you?
Open it. No, don't!
Utterly monstrous.
It just needs a bit of Tom Baker in it, and then it'll be fine. right? If they put up, if this was like, it just feels like a support without a main.
That's why I say they should be using the Brendan character. Brendan is practically a blank slate. You can age that character up. You can sort of have him grow out of those kind of Wesley Crusher vibes that the character had got, and you can have him become a kind of more charismatic character. Maybe somebody who's a bit spoddy. Make him a cool version of somebody like what's his name, Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory or something like that. But give him an essence of cool, an exterior of cool. And he could be the quasi-doctor figure. But this is a show. This is a concept about three companions where you'll always be looking for the Doctor.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. Fine. An indicator this is a dud is I'm still 2/3 of the way through this trailer and it's a struggle to get through it. So that's not a good sign.
Help me.
Hand over the components or you will be vaporized.
Warning, I require assistance.
No! What have you done? Identify.
We're friends. I'm Sarah Jane Smith. This is Harry Sullivan.
Identities confirmed. You will be destroyed.
What? No!
Down!
They should have done a continuation of Sarah Jane Adventures or something if they're going to do this.
Again, that worked because with all the passage of the decades in between, they were able to slightly reframe Sarah Jane herself as a kind of quasi-doctor figure.
And they had and they were able to build up other characters, and they built up as a team. That was before Russell Davis' writing ability leaked out of his ears.
Big finish for the love of stories.
For the love of God, that should be the so yeah, look, if you're gonna listen to it and enjoy it, I would say pay for it. But like, I just can't imagine anybody listening to enjoy it now. Well, that probably does seem like Shakespeare in comparison to the next trailer we're gonna listen to. So gird yourself, right? Where is it? Hang on. Oh, we go. Doctor begins.
A weekend at home away from the TARDIS. I can catch up with Sonia, help Nanny with a new telly, and get ready for next weekend's hen party.
Fuck me, I forgot how bad Chris Chibnall's Doctor Who was, right? You know, okay,
is that a dildo in there?
Wait, does that have Julia's face on it? I don't know, but like, it's so banal and boring. Oh my god, okay.
Haven't seen that lot in ages. I'll need to make some space in here. Hans?
I mean, okay, I have to tell you, the greatest tragedy of the Jodie Whittaker era is how enthusiastic Jodie Whittaker and Mandip Gill are as brand ambassadors. I just wish, all that enthusiasm and love bubbling through it, I just wish they weren't relentlessly shit. It's really breaks my heart. It really does.
Soap from the Tranquility Spa on Orphan 55.
Why would you mention that?
What? Remember that really shit episode?
Like that was literally the worst episode of all time. Like, why would you mention that?
What else? Souvenirs from the Elizabethan era, one of King James's buttons, that one bolt Graham insisted I keep as a Cyberman survival memento. We went through a lot.
I mean, like really, it's just this like a litany of things that like, I mean, I forgot how bad what's his name doing King James was. The weird super camp King James that
Alan Cumming.
Alan Cumming, who really wanted to be coming inside Ryan. He should have hung out for a couple of years until Shooty turned up. He wouldn't have happier then. Let me tell you. I imagine Shooty's much more accommodating.
Didn't we? Me and Ryan and Graham. Well, now it's just me. I had to imagine 2 years ago all I was worried about was getting through training. Now I'm unpacking trophies from saving the universe. None of this is normal. But after travelling with the Doctor, that...
I mean, I have to say, if I was a Jodie fan, I'd be like, I want to hear Jodie, or is Mandip as much as the Jodie era as Jodie is as much of the Jodie era? And I think she probably is, actually.
They're probably trying to slightly reinvent the 13th Doctor as being, as having an enigma about her. which is, you know, you're pissing in the wind there, aren't you? Really,
Eventually,
show was a frigging
she's
mess.
going to have to open her mouth, and that's going to go. Let's see what happens.
Mad, brilliant woman who swept me off a train in Sheffield and took me across space and
Tell you, they're not spending the money on these trailers that they used to. Oh, they look at this.
time. What's normal anyway? I've been gone so long. It's hard keeping up with my life back home. But I've got this. Planting my feet back on Earth can be an adventure too.
And again, if they weren't so AI phobic, they would use AI to animate this, and it probably would be a lot stronger.
They're probably not permitted to on terms of their license. It counts as full animation.
Well,
but I was just thinking how bad. I was just thinking, God, I think Mandy Gill sounds really stiff in this.
She's always been a bad actor. I don't know. Mandip's Gill destiny in life was to be working on the makeup counter at Boots, right? That's where she should have been in life. Why she's an actress, it's just a horrible mix-up. She will be. She sounds like
she's reading it. That's the problem.
Well, yes. Again, look, acting wasn't really the thing during the Jodie era, right? You had. What's the name? What was a good actor, and he couldn't help being a good actor. That's why he's the most watchable guy. Bradley Walsh, right? And then what's his name? The comedian was just too normal to be a bad actor. He was like, oh, just say this, right? Okay, and he was able to do it. Man, these two not.
A weekend doesn't have to have Daleks or Cybermen to be exciting, does it? The Doctor's not there. So what? After all, when she does show up, there's usually trouble right behind her. And we need to pull off a harebrained plan to save everyone.
We pull off each other.
At the very last second. And usually we almost die, but she always gets us through it. Somehow. I really hope she shows up.
That was it?
That's not the there is another trailer. There's another trailer to this where you actually hear them sort of in action running around on this Hindu, and it's considerably worse than that.
Oh, well, let me see if I can find it. Where is it?
That was obviously the trailer, the promo trailer. There is a proper audio-only trailer.
Oh, I'm on the big finish.
They've done a nice job of the cover artwork for that.
They do good work. That's the thing. Now, let me see if this is the trailer for it.
I don't like slagging this stuff off because I'm not the target. I'm not the target demographic for this. I'm never going to buy this.
No, exactly. I mean, right. I want to be more forgiving of it, right? But just this, this just looks like I said when they first announced this is a company suicide, right? This is like a bizarre.
If there's enough market for it, if people want this, I'd never begrudge it them.
But I don't think they do. And I think it drives away what market they do have. Right? I really do. I think it drives away what market they do have. Anyway, big finish. Listen.
For the love of God.
For the love of God, yeah. It's like we always hope for them to get better. Anyway, what we did have good merch news, right? Good merch news is season 13. Do you want to have a quick look at that? Are you
please,
on live tonight, or is it
we are on tonight. Do you want to know about it now? Or shall I tell you?
No. Let's do this first, and then we'll head into your show. 1 second, doink.
Yeah,
the collection. See, again, I'm really surprised it was this one. I'm very glad.
I'm a Time Lord.
Although it looks both this one and the season 7 one looked like a lot less money got spent on it. Like the season 7, I was apoplectic that they didn't have new effects on Silurians. And then Cunning Monkey went and did it. And did you see the new effects he did for it?
No.
Oh my God. I'll show you. It's so much better, right? And so fits organically. I'll show you. It's fantastic. Like the original effects they showed it distracts me.
I'm not a human being. I walk in eternity.
Yeah, I know there are. I know there are new effects on this because I know some.
Well, there'll be Pyramids of Mars. They did the one for.
No, Terror of the Zygons has got some new effects on it.
Oh, thank God!
But I haven't read them.
The Scarison was awful, right? It's epically awful.
Why have you called me back? I hope you've got a very good reason.
There's something rather unusual in the lock.
Don't tell me you found the monster.
Exactly what could have caused injuries like that, Doctor?
Something very big.
Very savage.
Yeah, look, I will put those new effects on that scene right there.
Warlord of the Cyclones.
My theory is correct. We're going to have to handle this very, very carefully.
This is one of my favorite lines of all time, Terror of the Zygons, when he say the Protons say we're here to invade. It's a bit roomy for the three of you, don't you think?
Someone's in trouble.
Where?
Who knows?
The killings always happened at night.
Oh, yes. The nights are the worst. I've made the greatest discovery in scientific history.
You're tampering with the balance of nature on this planet in ways you don't understand. Beware Sutek.
Egyptology and Mars?
It's amazing. This is his second season. All right. And he really owned the role from, I don't know, Ark in Space, frankly. I think, when he had that big speech at being at Ark in Space, that was his I am the Doctor moment, I think.
I bring Sutek's gift of death.
The world is facing the greatest peril in its history.
It's weird. A whole village full of people can't just disappear.
This isn't real wood. These are not real trees. And you're not the real Sarah. There's something going on here, some dirty work.
Morbius offered them greatness once, but
I remember when they first released Brain and Morbius on VHS, and people were so pissed off it was edited down.
Lasted about 62 minutes, didn't it?
Yeah. I get it, but they sorted it out eventually.
he was betrayed and rejected.
Just to walk again, to feel, to see.
On guard, Morbius. Interesting, isn't it? A human being whose blood is turning into vegetable soup.
Now that's a story that doesn't need new effects, right? That story is just chilling all the way through. I love first season 2.
What you have done could result in the total destruction of all life on this planet.
Most dodgy effect in Season Doom were the fake beards in the Antarctic.
What do you do for an encore, Doctor?
Doctor Who, The Collection. All 6 stories newly restored for Blu-ray and packed with special features. Documentaries.
I'm here to answer your questions, really.
I'm looking forward to that. That's what I want to see.
So far away?
Ian was very clever and romantic and tortured and strong.
He was a darling, darling man with the most lovely personality, so warm and kind. And
Have you noticed that Tom Baker has gone through several regenerations? Right, you got this very willowy one. You had a kind of stocky one about 5 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And there's lots of different post Doctor Who old Tom Bakers.
Everywhere.
He was a man of mystery, and that mystery was part of him as well.
And I remember when I first met him, I actually thought, you shouldn't get involved with this person.
He's known as the Governor, the only Doctor Who director whose work spans the centuries. It's time to meet Graham Harper.
It's an interesting one to choose for season 13. But did he work on season 13?
Yeah, he worked on Seeds of Doom, didn't he? He didn't direct it, but he was.
He was like the production assistant or something.
Baroness comes into my.
If anybody out there who's never bought this range, these interviews are so good. They're just really. I mean, like Matthew Sweet is a bit of a elitist twat, but he knows what he's doing with this sort of stuff.
My office and says, "That's a list of directors I think could do it," and there were about 8 or 9 names, and mine was on the top.
As far as I know, because I'm rather incurious about other actors, there are about 10 Doctor Who's around. So the place is littered with them. Naturally, I avoid them.
So again, in the future, when we have home AIs that run our house, mine's going to be modeled on Tom Baker's personality. I mean, absolutely.
like the plague.
I've brought a friend, your actual Loch Ness monster. But look, here he is, reunited at last.
Behind the sofa.
Oh, it's big.
That's making me twitch.
I haven't heard that too often.
It's all right, Maureen. Okay.
I want a finger like that.
Goodness, thank you, Janet.
I'm going to need resuscitation at any moment.
1 second. Yeah, I got it. I'm in the middle of doing a live stream. What's the question? I have not removed any as yet. Okay, so just for a little bit of background, my daughter, how old is she? Like mid-20s? I'm not like how so she came home yesterday and she saw a cockroach in her bedroom. She wouldn't go back in. Right, and I was like, eventually my wife went up and then says, yeah, they're all gone. She went up there, found a dead one, and she still hasn't gone back in. I'm like, this is something grown-ups can deal with, right? It's like she just moved downstairs. I was like, no, we all need her space, our own space. And I'll tell you, I would love you to have her as a house guest for 3 days because you understand so much more. Her and her dog Lola are exactly the same thing.
Surround sound, exclusive audio commentaries, rare treats from the BBC archives, and much more. Doctor Who, the collection season 13 is available to pre-order now.
So I reckon it'll be out September.
Don't forget.
I'd say so. September, October time, maybe, when the nights start drawing in a little.
Let's have a quick look at the what's on it. So nice cover as always. We always like these covers. See how much they're charging for it. That's my first question. There's not even a price up for it yet.
They did that last time, didn't they?
All right. Worlds Within.
No price, no date, so people can't complain.
Well, yeah, exactly. Although I've noticed big companies have started putting out the date of their releases. I was like, that's weird. Return to 13. Philip Hitchcock returns to the occasions of season 13. In conversation, Graham Harper. Okay. I mean, who else is there to talk? They're all dead. Tom Baker on season 13. I do like that. That's the archive stuff that Tom talks. Doctor Escape Room. I wonder who's in the Doctor Escape Room. I mean, like probably Philip Hinchcliffe, Sadie Miller. I don't know.
God, I'll probably never ever watch that.
I love the Escape Room stuff. That was the best thing on the Savages. Was it the Savages? Which I still haven't watched, by the way. Just awful. So you got Behind the Sofa with Colin Baker, and I guess he's probably going to be with Sarah Sutton and Janet Fielding. Sophie Aldred is with Maureen O'Brien, and Katie Manning is with Sadie Miller. That's everybody. Katie Manning is interesting.
Yeah.
Brand new audio commentaries from Tom Baker on episodes on Terror. Oh, interesting. Terror of the Zygon, Pyramid Mud, and Android Invasion. Updated effects on Terror of the Zygons. You were correct. Thank God. Oh, please go. Omnibus Creation. This was the best thing on the what's it called again? On the season 7 box set. The who was it? Pete Mateague did a very, very good job with them. So on Pyramids of Mars and Brain and Morbius, and the new edit of Season of Death. Don't give me the Tales of the Tile. Just give me the new effect. I don't want shooting up. We're talking about cultural appropriation. Twat. All right, at the beginning, exclusive archive treats, interviews. Michael Sheard. Okay. Yeah, look, these are always good, but again, they're not as good as they used to be. But before I get to your stream, let me just find you this clip from the Cunning Monkey. Again, who saved the day with season 17 over season 7? Like his edits of season 7, incredible, like absolutely incredible. Was it Silurians? It will be doing. They do quite a nice thing. You got like this little title, like you get the titles before you get your pre-title teaser, and then it goes into the titles afterwards. But here, where is it when you see a T-Rex? Because it's again, I found it really just distracting. It was over here somewhere, wasn't it? That must be later on. So they're looking for the Silurian. Oh, where is it? It was when you. It was when. Oh, is it? Is it? No, the Doctor. No, it was before this. It was way before this. It was like round the cliffhanger for the first episode. Hang on. Oh, this is going to kill me if I can't find it. It's not actually going to kill me. It will bother me. It must be over here somewhere. It must be here. Is this it? I think maybe. Okay, come on, where is it? It was around here somewhere. There you go. And again, it didn't feel jarring.
No.
Come on, you two.
Whereas the original one, it felt like a giant glove puppet, and a bad one at that. So okay, I mean, one can only hope the cunning monk is going to come through.
In the case, I can get a hand to carry.
But that they're doing Terror of the Zygons, I'm very happy. Please get rid of the Scarrison. I mean, come on, it's awful. Still with that bloody logo. Yes, they will not remove that logo from it. That's why I make my own covers. Terrible idea. But anyway, in fact, this range is nearly done now. So
What's the pattern? But what's that main pattern behind Tom Baker? I can usually work out which story it's from, but I can't. What is that?
Well, it's okay. So it's not Pyramids of Mars. It could be the android invasion. Is that the interior of the Krull ship? It's not Terror of the Zygons. It might be Terror of the Zygons. I don't think so.
I can't work out what it's meant to be, but yeah, it's distinctive. It's eye catching as always.
It could be Brain and Morbius, maybe. I don't know. Good question. It's not Pyramids of Mars.
I don't think so.
My guess is it might be something new from the new effects on Terror of the Zygons. Could be, maybe. I don't know.
Nice job, though.
Yeah, no, they always do a nice job. Anyway, speaking of nice jobs, we didn't know about the release of the season 13 when you did the thumbnail. Me either, frankly.
No,
Clash of the Who story review. Oh, this is good.
We're celebrating the 60th anniversary today of the Time Meddler, with a panel and with a balls to the wall review. God, that sounds bad. Yeah, it's an all-out review here of this classic Doctor Who favourite, the very first time we've ever given a full review to a William Hartnell story as well. Plus, there's lots more besides, lots of other external talking points, stupid jokes, and all that kind of thing.
And this is a great story to review. I mean, and just so many levels. Firstly, it's a good story. Secondly, it's got real adult stuff in it. It's got I think the first on-screen rape in Doctor Who, probably.
First and last, I would. First and last, I would hope.
I don't know. I always thought something weird was going on between Perry and Howard, right? That would only explain their weird antagonistic relationship.
Her stepdad, the guy who was allergic to shirts and full-length trousers,
Right, exactly. There just seems something very dodgy going on there with them, right? I don't know. So, okay, fine. It's a great story. It's the first one you have somebody from the Doctor's home planet. It was a lot of great stuff there.
You asked me last week when would be the next review, and we'd. This is it. And so come and drop your comments. Have your say too. And we'll all have some fun together there for a couple of hours discussing the Time Meddler and all manner of other things. You wouldn't believe the kind of rabbit holes that we go down, and have a guess how our various panelists score it to when we deliver our ratings on this fabulous old Doctor Who story.
I am intrigued, right? I don't know who your panelists are going to be, but I don't know. But that's why I like your show. It's got a broad spectrum. I'm always most interested to hear from Charlotte, right? Because again, I feel that she's got a much younger perspective than mine, and I love hearing things from her point of view, right? Yeah. Oh man, I forgot to do the review of Ironheart episode 2. I actually watched the second episode. It's like, have you ever seen the Icarus File with Michael Caine?
Yeah,
where they keep trying to brainwash him, and he's grinds a nail into his palm to yes. That's what it's like watching Ironheart. Oh god, it's awful.
I have no idea why anyone. Realistically, you've only got yourself to blame. Anybody who's watching this stuff, but don't complain to me about Ironheart.
It gives me 20 minutes of content. 20 minutes. I just got to sit and watch.
Is it worth it? Is it worth it?
I don't know. I'm thinking not. Maybe it's. Yeah, probably not. I know. Although I am excited. Earlier in the stream before you came on, my son called and asked me if he can get tickets to come watch Superman with us. So that's next Friday. I'm off to see it. When are you seeing it? I don't know. I've been very surprised that my present girlfriend has asked if she can go and see it. Really? That's great news. Well, it's very surprising. She's not remotely. That means it's got normie interest. Yeah, you couldn't get much more of a normie than her. Right. You know, she's worlds away from all of this. So yeah, we shall see. I mean, she's she remembers some. What's his name? When she was a kid, it was Dean Cain as Superman. Yes, it was a good Superman. It's so it's a different kind of cultural kind of relevance. Right. But yeah, I think she'll love this movie. I think because it looks like it's just going to be fun and silly and have stakes in it, and I think you're going to like the characters. I do think you're going to like. I think she's going to like it. I really hope she does. I mean, people keep asking me about it, and because there's so many clips and things and various international trailers. But I've only ever watched that first trailer. I wanted to have some idea what the tone was going to be. I mean, when you see a film by James Gunn, you've got a fair idea what the tone is going to be. But again, seeing Crypto is so great. It really is. I didn't think I'd love Crypto that much, right? And I haven't even seen him yet. And I like the Superman robots. It's also Silver Age. Oh, it's lovely. It feels like I just started rewatching Mad Men, right, again, which has been I've had about a year off from it. This might be the 7th or 6th time. That's a show you rewatch all the time, isn't it? I've bought them recently, but I've not started watching it yet. To me, it's like sinking into a warm bath, right? I've started I'm up to episode 6 already, and the first season is the worst one. Is Rachel Brosnahan in that? No, that's Mrs. Maisels. No, I thought. Or am I getting them mixed up with Alison Brie? I think Alison Brie's in it. Alison Brie's in it, and Rachel Brosnahan was in House of Cards. Oh, that's it. That's right. The one. Yeah, I knew there was Mrs. 2. Is where she. Mrs. Maisel is one of my favourite shows of the last 10 years. It's fantastic. So weird. It's such a weird show to love, but yeah, I do very much enjoy it. Anyway, so so that has been how many shows? I've gone through a couple of shows while I've detox from Mad Men because I watched it too much. Succession, I just finished that. Did you ever see Succession? No. Is there Brian Cox in that? Yes, very good. It's very good. It's basically about Rupert Murdoch's family. You told me about it. Yeah, it does sound good. That I'm still working my way through classic seasons of Dallas, and I've just started another show on the recommendation of Sarah Graham and Gary Akers. Okay, they're good recommenders. It's called The Art Detectives. That's it. So I watched the first one of those last night, and you'll get my review of that on Type 40 Extra next week.
So yeah, you'll get a full.
But what is it? I don't know. Was it on Netflix or?
It's on in the UK. It's streaming on one platform or another. Where was it? It's an Acorn show, so it's all over the bloody place.
But
It's
what's
like
it
a
about?
crime. It's a kind of standard goofy detective show, really, about this guy who works for an kind of an arts crimes unit, believe it or not, in all crimes related to paintings and all that kind of stuff and antiquities. So it's unusual. It's an unusual riff on a familiar kind of show. So it's not the kind of thing that's going to. They're not reinventing the wheel with this either. But there's a lot of chemistry. The lead is played by Stephen Moyer from True Blood. And,
him! Here's a funny thing because I don't really consider. We have to go into it, but I don't really consider physical media that much until you. I mean, I don't really think about it. But we talk about on the Saturday show on your channel. And the other day, I was looking over my shelves, and I just saw all these shows. I can't imagine ever going back and watching again, like True Blood. Right, because you know how bad it ended up, and Walking Dead, right? This is a problem with physical media. Oh man, that was.
I bailed on The Walking Dead after about 5 seasons, and I've never once wondered to myself, "Oh, I wonder how that ended." Not once.
No, don't care. It was for me. I bailed on they had this very boring long form war with this character called Negan, who was a good character. But it was just like, oh god, it was so boring. What can you do? Anyway,
victim of its own success. I've also bought, on your recommendation, The Sopranos.
Oh, that's fantastic. That is fantastic. The weird. Actually, after you watch it, I'll tell you. But the weird thing about that is there was a very good idea that was the nucleus of the first season. Right, and by the time that they got to film it, that idea had gone stale. It's really weird that if you have an idea and you don't act on it,
shows that spend that long in development, that something external to it changes the kind of the feel of the show or has an impact on the show, and it goes in a slightly different direction. There are shows I go back to all the time. HBO, is it HBO that made Entourage? I love that.
Yeah,
I've watched that.
Entourage kind of
4 or 5 times
when they started he was dating the porn star. Who was a porn star in real life.
Oh, she a porn star in real life?
Oh yeah. I knew because she's super pro-Palestinian, and she was on Howard Stern show once. Back in the day.
No, there's several shows I do keep going back to. But I do experiment with other things as well. 'Cause it's not been that long since I finished watching Reacher. So there are 2 or 3 things I've sort of got on the boil. I'm about to start as well my rewatch of all of New Who, whilst I'm picking away again at Classic Who.
I can't do that yet. I'm not ready for that at all. I like New Who. I really leave a wide berth around nowadays. And it's a shame because I liked it, but I need a long break from it. Right, I'm exclusively Classic Who right now. I have been. I don't know for about a year probably. I don't know.
Get the time meddler out and join us from 8 p.m. on the Type 40 YouTube channel.
Fantastic story. Anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to head off into the sunset. I'm back on Saturday at what time are you on? You're on 8, so I'm on at 7 o'clock UK time, and then I run from one channel, one show to the other. Well, I don't. I sit in my chair and I press a button. That's me running.
Yeah, we're live on Saturday. Heaven knows what. I've got some things to talk about. We'll see if we can make any sense of it by the time Saturday comes. Look forward to seeing you there, mate.
Probably not. Anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hit the end broadcast when I'm going to hit it again. Say good.